Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Dazza, and today I have my very first Charlie Chaplin reaction video on the channel, and this is The Lion Cage. It's a full scene from his movie The Circus in 1928, nearly 100 years ago. But yeah, so I wanted to I started off this channel doing comedy, and then I started to do music, and then I was splitting it, and then I found that obviously the music was bringing in a lot more views, it was bringing in a lot more subscribers and things like that. So obviously it's the case that whatever's working, that's what you go with. So I found that the music started to overtake the comedy, and it was all right to build up, but I want to get back to doing more comedy. But I feel that I'm going back to the same stuff a lot. So I'm going back to a lot of Lee Evans, I'm going back to a lot of George Carlin and things like that. So I want to try and get some new comedy on the channel. I mean, one of my biggest performing videos on the channel was from Leikola Ismo, the Finnish comedian, and it was the first one I watched. I'd never heard of him, and it was one of my biggest performers, Abbott and Costello, which I'd done Who's on First, not Abbott, yeah, Abbott and Costello, Who's on First, and with that, I'd already watched it, but it'd been years, and that performed so well. The comedy videos perform so well that over time, they're not instant views, where you find that with music they're instant views, and it's a different thing that you look on your channel and you go live with one, and then you see the views gradually build, and you think, oh, it's not performing so well, and then you see one where views come in very quickly and then it goes very slow. So with a comedy, it's a gradual increase. Yeah, I'm just talking about my channel now, but yeah, so I want to do a lot more comedy, but I want to do a lot more comedy that I've not seen. So I've gone back. So over the coming days and weeks, you can expect to see Charlie Chaplin, the Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy, some Abbott and Costello that I haven't seen, comedians like Tommy Cooper, and maybe things like Steptoe and Son if it's a lad, and depends on copyright laws and things like that. So I want to get into a lot more. So that's where you guys come in as well. If there's comedy from back in the day that you want me to react to, please do let me know in the comments down below. And especially even Charlie Chaplin, he's a silent actor, so he's a silent comedian. But if there's any Charlie Chaplin you want me to react to, let me know in the comments down below. They will get added to the list, and I want to be bringing a lot more of them to the channel. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Enjoy. It's The Lion Cage from the movie The Circus. It must be so hard that like to actually like to try and make comedy with no talking. There's it takes a certain kind of comedian to actually do it. And I mean, while watching this, I've never really watched any Charlie Chaplin. There's been a few that like you might have got like the short videos here and there on maybe TikTok or like YouTube shorts and things like that, but nothing in terms of like I've never watched a 4 minute like scene of Charlie Chaplin. And it was funny, but like watching through it, thinking that like how hard it is to actually make something like this funny. It takes a particular kind of person. But I also got thinking that like for comedians that I've seen over the years, who could potentially do it? And I want to say Lee Evans. I could actually see Lee Evans as the type of comedian that could do silent comedy and make it funny based on like his body language and things that he does with his body. That is something that I would like to see. Because even down to like Lee Evans, he's done it in his stage shows like at the end where like he'll try and make people laugh with like through reacting to songs or anything where there's no talking or everything. That yeah, I enjoyed this. It wasn't a bad start for Charlie Chaplin. I imagine there's clips out there that are a lot funnier than this one and clips that are not as funny as this one. So yeah, this is a new area for me. This is an area where like I feel like I need to like do some more research and find out a bit more and things like that. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it to the point where I would do more Charlie Chaplin on this channel. So I will do my research. This is where you come in as well. If you're a fan of Charlie Chaplin and his movies and his clips, let me know in the comments down below which ones are your favourites, so I can add them to my list and get around to doing them. But guys, listen, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help. And until next time, take it easy. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Be kind. And I'll see you in the next one.